I know what you're thinking. The video is supposed to be on this channel. We will get to that. Today we've got a fair few things going on. First up,
this. I prepared one earlier for you, and you said there's something in here. So here you go, sir.
So today we're running errands, garage life. I'm going to show you some boxes from Ferrari. I'm actually going to put these on the roof of this very dirty BYD right now because you kindly charged it up to 100% when I last got home.
Yes.
We very quickly drained it.
Are you enjoying it?
I'm enjoying it quite a lot. This has been one of the most contentious new cars. Yeah, you don't know what's in there.
I don't know what's in there.
That we've had recently, but what we need to do right now actually is load up the pink van with the winter tyres for the Purosangue, which we need to take to Whoops because it's that time of year, it's cold, potentially snowy.
Do you want the key and I'll take the Purosangue, or
no?
Cool. I'll take the van.
Other way around. This is on its summer tyres. Last year I got winter tyres, we did the winter tour. The weather turned out not really to be all that bad, but I'd like to go and chase the snow at some point with this, take it to the Alps, something like that in a couple of months before winter's over. It's also very blurple on this side of the garage. Yeah,
this side's looking really cool. Elephant in the room. I've just walked in and seen this, and this is pretty cool.
It's not bad. Richard, Challenger Roads P1, currently lurking next to the Gallardo. I haven't entirely worked out what's going where, and I just did a massive amount of shuffling of cars from one spot to another. Also today, my dad's M2 is going to swap back for the Roma. That's going to be home later on, which links to those boxes we had from Ferrari, but it's literally blue, purple, blue, pink. So back here, have you figured out which tyres they are? I know which tyres they are because they're the enormous ones.
Because, well, it's the enormous ones, and Whoops, last time they did this, very kindly labelled them. So we have SH65 ME ready to go.
We've also got a new set of Cup 2Rs for the GT Black series. So as soon as that's back, these are probably going to end up on it. So we need to get these. I should probably get some gloves.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
It's going to make a mess.
I mean, I know they are used, aren't they? I was going to say, even clean tyres, like these are new, but they still leave. Oh, sorry. 1 second. There you go.
Thank you.
It's
Brad with his golfing gear.
It's empty enough.
What you don't see right now is that the back of this is completely filled with Brad's new obsession.
Golf, yes. We should get you playing golf. That would be a great addition to a video.
That'd be like literally the worst possible.
Top golf. Let's go.
Top golf is quite entertaining.
Are we giving up with the...
No. Gloves. Gloves. We'll get some gloves, get those loaded, get the Puro ready, go to Whoops, see the guys, get back here, swap some cars. Whew. You're getting proper gloves.
I'm going to get my gloves. You can get whichever gloves you like.
Boxes and stuff everywhere. This is what happens when Brad dismantles his car.
Yeah, this is a bit of a mess that I've made. There is just stuff everywhere. There's tools and this. I'm very sorry. I will tidy up at some point. You want gloves as well?
Or I can just spectate. I mean, it's four tyres. We're good. This thing's filthy. Utter filth. Right. Through here. Why are we walking between the cars?
Because it's a better view. We get to see the back of these this time. Okay, so I think you're just going to...
I'm just going to spectate.
I'll have a second pair of gloves.
They're enormous. These are the Pilot Alpine SUV tyres for the Purosangue. 22s for the front. And 255, 22?
23 rears?
23 rears, which is why they cost so much. I should remember that one of the rears had a plug in it.
Well, this is the offside rear.
One of the rears I had to replace.
Oh yeah, because every time you go on a road trip anywhere in America or in Europe, you end up with a puncture.
Well, no, we had two, remember? So one of the rears had to be replaced because the nail was right at the edge of it. And the other rear, we plugged in Monaco just before we came back home.
God, these are huge. Like, I've got fairly big hands, and that's like...
Well, what are the numbers? Scores on the doors, what's it say? Where is it?
31530.
31530, yeah. 31530 R23.
Oh, yeah. That might be what you're on about.
Yeah, that's where it's been patched. That's a patch as opposed to the plug that we just did on the Dark Horse in the US before we changed the tyres. The patch is fine to drive, just don't track them, but they're winter tyres, so we're not about to track them. Is that going to work with the door?
That will work. I'm really glad they came in handy.
They did, thanks Brad.
Should we just, you can keep them.
We'll take them with us.
I don't know if you're going to need them, but we'll leave everything in here, and I guess...
Thanks.
Sorry. We can probably go and hit the road.
Now, Purosangue, I popped it on the end of the line when I was shuffling things around. We've got a few little gifts, Christmas gifts for the Whoops boys. I do love this car. I've not really driven it enough recently. Obviously, 12 cilindri, the new 12-cylinder is coming very soon, which might mean I drive this slightly less, but it's just absolutely lovely. I can't stress that enough. Trickle charger, which is a C-Tech rebranded, comes off super easily with the magnetic thing. Yeah.
I like the technical terms. The magnetic thing.
The magnetic thing. I don't know if this has an actual name, but these connectors are really useful because it's literally that. And if you drive off and leave it connected, doesn't matter. It's not going to break a cable.
Should we get a van cold start? That might sound good, but this is what you want to hear. Oh yes, listen to that.
All right. I was about to say that that's Fast and the Furious style, go for a little jump off the back of the trailer thing there before he suddenly pulled across over the lane. Anyway, it's a cold day. It's a crisp winter's day. It's that time of year. But onto the motorway, and we'll make our way around to Whoops, where of course we take all of the cars when it involves wheels and tyres. And the thing I like about the Purosangue, when it's working, which it is right now, is just Android Auto right here, easy peasy. No built-in nav, a little bit strange, but this does work very, very, very well. I'm going to state the obvious about something. We could have put those tyres in this car. They could have just gone in the back of this instead of in the van, but it's still a Ferrari and it still has this very nice Koyo leather back there, and we don't want to dirty it. You can't fold the seats down, of course, but given it's not the longest drive to Whoops and we literally have the MSRT Transit Custom for this purpose, it kind of makes sense to take that with the spare tyres and just not run the risk. If it was a longer journey, I mean, we've put like the 914 parts were in the back of this, and I don't mind using this as a practical all-round thing, but it is that still, like, you need to look after a little bit. Dirty tyres, especially the ones that are on the car right now, because as soon as they've come off, the last thing we want to do is put them straight in the back of it. Yeah, it's just the way it works. Battle of the van colours. Pink versus bronze.
I think I'm more for pink.
Vote in the comments.
But the bronze is also quite nice, actually.
Ford versus Ferrari. We are outnumbered. We've got Ford behind us as well, literally.
I think we're surrounded. But I would think that we would win in terms of speed.
And noise.
Oh, nice.
Antisocial. Very antisocial. But very nice. I think one of the things I like the most about Ferraris are when you do a custom leather colour steering wheel. I know it's a small detail, but it's so much nicer than a standard black wheel.
Yes, Rob, I'm guessing you can't hear the van revving, can you? Not quite as good as the V12.
No, sorry, Brad. Given we are in an industrial area, you sometimes wonder if there are going to be random trucks causing mayhem, but luckily everything is on side. So let's come visit the boys here at Whoops. We'll fix it, and whoops, that's going to be a little problem. Let's see if we can squeeze to the side here. We're good. So, how are they going to want this? Because there's a lot of cars here and not a lot of space, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it through there. I definitely don't think I'm going to get it through there. This is a big car, and that's a small space. Maybe I try and reverse. Let's see if we can swing it. Everything's so quiet.
Yeah,
it's time of year.
It's so quiet.
How's it going? How you doing? How's it going? All well?
It's really quiet. This is weird.
It's kind of weird.
It's quiet. It's really good to see you. How you doing?
How's it going?
Good, good.
In here then we have the Whoops Christmas bundle. The Whoops Christmas bundle.
Brilliant.
Your office collection.
Oh, smashed it. That's the race suit one. Yeah.
And look, we even have, with the air fresheners,
Oh, mate.
we even have Shmoo changing wheels and tyres.
Oh, man.
And the little juniors key rings. We've got everything. We're stocked up now. Look, he's your full pit crew.
Oh, that's incredible.
Stand on every photo.
Oh, the air freshener's going in straight away. Yeah, 100%. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. We should point out at this point, it's only quite empty because it's Christmas time.
Absolutely, yeah.
You're closed.
Full cleaning day.
Full cleaning day, get everything out of here. It's not that it's just totally empty, but we'll get this lifted up. And yeah, sort this thing out. If I'm allowed to say so myself, this colour, Le Mans Blue, suits this thing so well. Remember back at the time when I introduced it, there were a few of you guys who didn't really like this. I think the big silver wheels and the tan leather interior, but I knew what was coming, and the idea with the Purosangue was to make it this elegant, kind of practical, but not shouting in your face vehicle. I do think they look really good in the lighter colours, but obviously with the SF90XX, that was already spec'd at the time, or the idea for it was certainly in the air, and kind of knew where this was going to be going. Break a bar before lifting it up. Get all of these loosened. All right, up we go. Kind of funny. Oh, it looks so cool. I love this thing. Such a cool car. Brad, did you do this? Was that a parking thing?
What, in the garage? Yes, I hit the curves, the red and white curves in the garage.
I think that's a stone, unfortunately. It happens.
Yeah, it's very, very, very light.
It's life when it comes to these kind of things. If you drive, if you go anywhere, if you're out on the roads, they're going to pick up small little marks. Oh well. Wheel is getting tyre off. We need to get winter tyres out. I always make a note of the mileage the car is on when we do this as well. See how long these actually last for.
Do you want to know the best thing about these gloves?
Keep your hands warm right now?
Well, yes, they're watertight and they're thermal. So inside, they're like really fluffy. They're the best things ever.
Boom.
Should we we'll just send it.
I'm just, yeah, go on then.
You can follow that.
Tyre in. Is that hard work? Are you tired? First tyre coming off. Obviously keep these, get them back to the barn, look after them safely, ready for them to go back on after the winter. The others all to come off, and then the new ones to go on. You found something?
We found a whoops at Whoops. Well, we don't know what it is yet, but...
Hopefully it's just a tiny little thing on the surface, right? That's not... Oh,
yeah,
good.
it's gone.
That's lucky. If that had been another nail, I would not have been happy.
You would be the unluckiest man, I think, in the world if that was another one, but...
Yeah,
that
fine.
is just...
Yeah, that's surface, that's
bit
fine.
of surface metal.
I looked away for about 3 seconds and you've already got 2 on. 2 winter tyres, they need inflating and then they'll pop. But yeah, nice. Wait for the bang, wait for the bang. Wait for it, wait for it. Keep waiting for it. Fingers in the ears. An eternity later. There are some seriously beefy components in here. Obviously the Multimatic damper, which is the magic that makes the ride so good on this car. But even like the size of the control arms and the different components are all enormous. Look at that caliper. That thing is massive. I guess unsurprising because it's kind of a heavy vehicle and there's a lot of weight to stop. Kind of funny thing here. Look at the tyre pressures. Recommended cold inflation pressures. The front and rear. For the front, look at the pressures. I'm not entirely sure, obviously, if you were going with a higher load for a fuller car or something, but 49 PSI front and rear, that's a huge number. Actually kind of scary to have tyres that heavily inflated. We'll go somewhere in the middle, maybe just above the 33 and 35 for these. But it's funny that it doesn't seem to indicate any difference between the 2 lines. I haven't really noticed that before. The guys here have a new machine being installed as well. Obviously the perfect time of year to prep all of this kind of stuff. Get ready for 2025. What's coming ahead? It's boss man Brad up on the balcony. He's watching what's going on here. Got to get the wheel balancing, add the wheel weights, make sure it's all good. Make sure there are no buckles, but we're smooth. Time to get the wheels on. Not the easiest with such big heavy wheels, but especially the rear ones, obviously. They will be in place in a mo, and we can go see what it's like to drive. Because it's kind of interesting how different the winter tyre tread, or the feel of the tyres overall is, compared to the summer ones when you're actually out driving. Obviously, when you get to the snow, these are just a little bit more helpful. Down we go, all wheels on, just need to be torqued up to spec, of course. Interestingly, on the Purosangue, it's a very, very, very high number. It's about 150 Newton meters for each. But hey, if that's where it's supposed to be, that's where it's supposed to be. When it comes to this, it's 150 Newton meters if you have the titanium stud bolts, and 120 Newton meters if you have the standard ones. These are the titaniums with the carbon center caps in there as well. So following the book, fully down it goes. Right, simple. Nice easy change, thanks to the guys here at Whoops. It's gonna be much busier the next time we're back and fully operational when the new year has kicked in. Right, it is a little bit chilly, but let's get in here, get this ready to rock and roll. Woo! Nice, maybe we need to make it a little bit louder. We will see. this is the normal route. And as you can see, it's also a bit of a traffic jam. So because we just came through a light behind us, Brad in the van has decided to go the other way, and we're going to meet on the motorway a little bit further around at a service station. And it's a race to see who gets there. I say it's a race. I mean, it's a race at 5 miles an hour to see who gets there first, because my guess is there's a bit of an accident up ahead of us or something like that, because it's not normally like this. This doesn't make much sense.
I have a funny feeling that I'm going to lose this, because I think by now Tim should be on the motorway, which means it's game over for me. But I tried skipping traffic. I went around some quiet residential streets and made up some time, but yeah, I think it's kind of pointless racing Tim at this point. And he's in a more powerful car, I'm in a van. Here's a V12, I've got a diesel engine.
Not that you can see it, but that was literally for one left turn. That whole traffic jam was to do with one left turn. Now we just go straight up here, join the motorway, and I would place a solid bet that we are way ahead. Always follow Waze. If Waze tells you to do something, you do what this says. I would never try and one-up it, because you'll never win.
What are your predictions for how late Brad will be?
I can't see him being within 5 minutes of us, because it's such a longer route when we join the motorway. I know we've got another traffic light right now, but when we do eventually join the motorway, we're direct at, well, 50 miles an hour because it's average speed right now. But I hope I'm not about to eat my hat.
I'm ever so slightly more hopeful, because we're actually doing the speed limit now. We've been stuck behind people doing 30 and 50s and whatever else, but we're doing the speed limit. The only thing is, I don't know where Tim is, because we didn't share a live location, so he could already be there. He could be somewhere way behind, but the progress we're making now is good, so fingers crossed.
Oh no, oh no, I didn't see that coming. I was going to say we can get some nice V12 sound, but looking at the M25, it's not really on side right now. Oh dear. Oh dear. The M25 is like a permanent traffic jam. It's like a big car park. This is not helpful.
Looks like you might be eating a hat, you know?
Tell me about it. We won't know. We've just got to cruise and hope. Come on, everyone. Move, 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 move. One thing that I remember from last year, and it really is noticeable, is that this is quite a chopped up bit of road, right? You can see that there's been some work on it. The ride is so much firmer on these tyres and noisier. The standard tyres have a foam insulation inside them, which keeps them quieter, but also just the winter tyres, it's a different tread compound. And it's really interesting to have that like back to back and directly see the difference, because this is massively, massively bumpier and just not the same finesse to the quality. I don't know how better to describe it, just that it's a really big difference. But hey, I need them if we're going to be driving in cold temperatures and going eventually down to Europe for a bit of a tour with it, into places where there's probably going to be snow. So no choice in the matter.
This is kind of the make or break. If he's behind me, then I think I win. If he's in front of me, then I lose. I'm just now keeping my eyes peeled to see if I can find him anywhere in the traffic.
Uh-oh. This isn't going right. Braking again. Oh no. Is there a pink van there? I don't yet see a pink van. I don't see a pink van.
In we go. Oh dear. Over there is a Purosangue. I think I lose. I wonder how long he's been here for. Probably a very, very long time.
I see a pink van in my mirrors. What time do you call this, Brad? Right, stop having my lunch.
I think we lost. We lost. I've got the trusty pen, because it's basically the reverse now, right, of what we did earlier.
Label and remember.
Oh.
Well, you don't need to remember if you've labelled.
Well, yeah. No, I'm all Oh, this was on top of each other. When
do you know which
left.
one was which?
Well, I know that they're all for SH65 MEE.
That bit's true.
And do you know how I know which ones they're for? Because we go to a very good wheel and tyre place called Watch Will Fix It. And I'm pretty sure Dan would have labelled it before. There we are.
He has indeed.
Yes,
NF,
front.
NF, OF, etc., etc. He's on it.
We will just put...
What are you going to put? 65?
Just 65, does that help?
I mean, we'll know 60. I mean, we know anyway, because the kind of tyre and the size.
65.
But 65 is enough to Absolutely no. Thanks,
No
Brad.
pressure.
Whee!
Oh,
Yeah, steady on.
easy.
Easy peasy. OF. Do you know there's something we haven't done on the Purosangue? Given it's
No.
a year and 3 months old.
Have you serviced it?
We have serviced it.
Good.
It did have a 12-month service.
Um,
When you've put that on the rack, because you were kindly gloved up. Yeah. Wait. Release. Oh yeah, and the pen.
the pen, the gloves. Would you like your
Everything.
very useful gloves
I did
back?
a lot with those.
Honestly. What do we need to do? Is it a
So there's something, see if
celebration?
you can figure it out. There's something nice. There's something on the Purosangue. I'll guide you, I'll direct
that
you.
we need to do. Okay, we're
That
going
we
to-
haven't, that for some reason we haven't
Oh, there's
done.
no way we haven't done this. Really?
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah,
Normally, the cars all get a fun like quote or a nod or something on them.
And this should have something from Enzo Ferrari, and
Yeah.
it has H-Rome Ferrari.
We've got them somewhere. What we have here then are the correct plates. The ones with the nice little aerodynamics of people who can't build engines. Mr. Enzo Ferrari.
That's like me.
Aerodynamics for people who can't build engines.
Yes, I can't build an engine, so I'm aerodynamic.
I'm not entirely sure that's how it works. But when it comes to this plate, thanks to your very helpful trim tools, I should
charge.
probably get some of these.
You probably should. I charge.
You charge? That's
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah.
I'll throw it away.
£5 a second.
This can pop it off. Oh, there was a stone in there. How funny. Oh well, there isn't any more. This just pries off. That was easier than I thought.
And there's no mess left over on this side, which is...
Ooh, this side is actually, I think, slightly damaged. That's fine, we're good. That's really scratched. That's actually really messy for not very many miles. Well, new one's going on.
I was not ready for that.
There are a few more things to swap around. Very shortly, my dad's M2 will go. He's going to be bringing the Roma back. And I also want to go through the tyres. And I have a document for this. We'll get to that in a second. But I know a lot of you are wondering, why are we back? Why is the Shmuseum channel alive? And to be honest, it's because I want to create a separation in the kinds of videos. I spoke a bit about this on the Shmuseum 50 channel, right? The Shmuseum 50 channel are your videos that have more of a story, are more edited, more researched and focused on a singular topic. And I think that's the way that that side of YouTube in general has been transitioning. Whereas these videos, I want it to be a behind the scenes, rough and raw, right? What's going on with the cars? Because there's so much stuff that recently I haven't really shared, even down to just servicing and maintenance and life here and people coming to visit. And I want to try and get back a little bit more to being able to share that with you guys, because I have fun doing it. I know you do too. And I think it gives a bit more of a, I'm going to say honest perspective on the garage, on Tim, on the guys that are around, and what's actually happening with all of this. So there's a lot more to come along these lines through this year. We'll see how it evolves. It always has to be like that when it comes to the internet. But for the time being, this is where we are. There's obviously a lot going on. And as I mentioned, I want to just run through the tyres and pressures and that stuff very quickly.
Go on then. Let's see how nerdy you are.
I have a spreadsheet with all of my cars, and it blinks up red when stuff's needed. And it has a tab for tyre pressures. And we go through, zoom,
Very good.
have to do it this way. We go through with each one, and this says how old the tyres are, when they need replacing, and whether they need checking. And two of the cars right now need checking, which are the Purosangue on its obviously just inflated, but I still want to write down the age stamps of the tyres, and the Zenvo, because it's been away a lot and haven't really paid attention to that. So I need to go and get a tyre pressure gauge and plug it in, see what the pressures are, make sure everything's good, and just sign it off. Just mark it as checked, just so it's done. Don't need to worry about it. Good if we're going to be filming something in the coming days. Film, film, film.
You've almost forgot these.
No, we haven't forgotten those.
Well, they're just kind of here. I've forgotten them.
We're going to get to them later in the video. We're coming to these. Stuff.
Here's
This is,
one.
we've got a little bit more organised. This is obviously high-vis jackets, OBD readers, tyre stuff. Up top is screen mounts, USB cables, 12-volt socket stuff.
Take your pick.
One will do, and I'll get my digital tread depth gauge from over here as well. I've got three of those, three of these.
Is there not a particular one you want? Which
I don't
one's
think
best?
that makes a difference,
Let's
Brad.
take this one.
There's three identical ones. Well done.
Thank you.
The Dura cabinet's doing their job. Right, we'll come through to the Zenvo, because, like I say, not sure where these are at. Oh, I can use my stool again.
I'm just going to take a seat if you don't mind.
You're gonna...
I'm just taking a seat. Don't worry.
Oh, goodness me. Okay. Whew. Right, where are we? Let's do this.
I'm not sure whether you need this yet, but I've prepared the DeWalt tyre inflator.
So these are 30 front and back, and I know Zemvo don't quote a specific number in the same way that other brands do. We should probably go slightly above 30.
I mean, given it's winter and it's probably not going to move too much.
Mostly sitting. I feel like something like 33, 34 is probably better. I mean, it's a light-ish car, but I say ish because it's not the lightest, right? It's still, that's always, people don't realize this, but pressures are basically linked to how much weight is on top of them.
Yes.
At the end of the day. So we will get each of these inflated with our very handy DeWalt tools. It's actually amazing how often this stuff comes into play. And just get this, yeah, 30.5. Let's go with maybe 33. Do that all around. And write down the age stamps as well. I can't remember if they're in the dock. Probably not. They should be. I hear aroma.
I hear aroma.
Distinctive sound of the Ferrari Roma.
Normally you smell aromas.
Oh, I see what he did there. Do you know what the problem is now? I'm going to forget to do the other side.
Well, maybe you
Let's go let the Roma in.
Cool.
I have no idea if you're listening to music.
There's nothing. It's quiet.
Brad just brought in the Roma. Nice. He's learned from me. Looks quite clean. Nice car this, isn't it?
It is really nice. And the heated seat is currently on. I might stay here for the rest of the day.
See you later.
Yeah. See ya.
Don't think we ever plugged it on a C-Tech.
I don't think so, but I'm going to check. Obviously, it's right-hand drive.
Everyone's like, what's that? That's some kind of buggy in the background.
There
flying.
was some buggy in the background. That's what we should be doing right now. It's good to go.
Perfect. We'll pull this straight out. Whew. It is a brisk, brisk day. Go on then.
That's an understatement.
This will play all sorts of songs at you when you start it.
Oh, for sure. It's a BMW. That's what they do best.
Okay, so straight swap. M2 for Roma.
Well, this has gone wrong. I've been locked out. I've moved the M2 out. Now I'm stuck here. The chassis's been put down and I can't get back in.
Nah.
Oh. Thank you very much.
I had already written down the ages, so we just need to write down the tread depths on that side.
And the pressures.
And the pressures. Well, the pressures we're going to do to 33. Let me bring this around for you. You take this one.
Is this my turn now?
Yeah, this is
Okay,
yours.
you do that, I'll do this.
I'll have a fail with the tyre tread depth gauge, one-handed. Let's see what we can do. Right, on, simple, 0, find the tread depth. He says it feels a little bit stuck there. There we go. 4.5, it's less than the other side. 4.5, 4.5. Okay, we're 4.5s at the back.
33?
33 sounds good. Just double check 0 is 0. 0 is 0. And here, so the 6. Where are we at on the inside of the front tyre? Always check the insides because they wear way more. Where is the inside?
Are you struggling?
Yeah.
What are we doing in the rear? 33 too?
5.3, 5.346, cool. 33, same, 33 all round. Whew.
Perfect.
We'll get there. Look,
What have we just realised?
there's another one.
Well, that's the one you thought there might
I
be another
knew there
one
was
of.
another car that needed doing, but where are those plates?
Are they not in the pile of everything else?
No,
Did you order them? You must have ordered
I
them.
must have done. I have no idea. On that though, on the topic of the Roma, let's come to the boxes because the boxes are linked to this. Well, one of the boxes links to this. This is on 100%, is it on? No, it's not quite 100%, it's still blinking.
Yep.
Okay, let's bring these round. Let's go to,
Don't trip.
thank you. Let's go
If you are going to trip, let's do it on video because it will go viral.
Let's come to the roof of the Roma because that's obviously what it's for. Firstly, I've got to say a huge thank you to HR Owen and Verity at HR Owen for the number of these cards that she must have to write. It's appreciated with all of these, because in this little box is... Wait for it. Nice.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yes, exact spec match. Obviously completely unopened. This just arrived in the post.
Roof down, ready for winter.
Yes. I'm gonna fail to open this. Luckily, here's one I prepared earlier and didn't yet put away. How nice is that? Exact spec, same interior, wheels, calipers, everything. They make these to match your exact car. And then this goes into the box. So to show you this box very quickly, because this one is for, another thank you card, thank you Verity. This is the box for a future car. And I think I know which future car it is. I'm not done a good job of getting this out. This is for my SF90 XX Stradale. So this is where, when you've taken out the foam and all the packaging, you put this on display in your lounge, and I have one of these for each of the cars. And then when you get the model car, it goes in here. So obviously the XX model will go in this one, and that will go in the box for the Roma, which is really nice. Anyway, I love this stuff. I know you pay for it in the price of the car, but I think it's these extra touches and details which Ferrari do better than anyone else, which separate the experience and just make it really special. And I've got a little collection of these now. We're back to moving the Roma.
Yeah, let's go and park this properly and not just leave it dumped.
You mean that wasn't the best, prettiest parking position?
It's maybe the best I've done, but...
Do you know what? Fair play to my dad. He's brought it back completely clean. Spick and span. How's the fuel?
I will tell you in
any?
2 seconds.
Is it full? It's probably full.
Almost.
2/3. We'll allow it. We'll allow it. That's good. A 10-point turn later. Ah, you're good. Keep coming. Keep coming. Yes. Straight back, straight back, straight back, straight back until you can't open the door anymore. Is that good? That seems good. This is something people don't normally see.
Me being given the key to a car.
Yes.
Thank you.
But more specifically, thumbnail picture moment.
Yep, this is how it's done.
It's the behind the scenes of every single YouTube video. Everybody has to do this at some point. You have to park a car. In this case, we're going to put the Puro right in the middle. Somehow. Probably run upstairs, get a nice picture from the grandstand balcony.
Do you want to get some more V12?
It won't be loud. It's got this valved exhaust. I mean, people have heard it earlier.
Oh, Tim.
You started up. What's it in right now?
I know we used to make these jokes, but you are quite short. Just going to move this back.
You wouldn't get out?
Would you like to drive?
Sport. But even in sport, it's not loud. Oh, okay.
Okay, well, we had like half a second of
Valve open. When it's warm, it gives a loud start. I underestimated how heavy this tyre is. Ooh!
Well, I did pick the rear.
What's kind of crazy is that this tyre alone must be about as heavy as the 4GT wheel and tyre together.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, this is behind the scenes of thumbnail taking. It ends up in a bit of fun and a bit of a laugh. And almost dropping tyres on your cars.
I'm genuinely astounded at how heavy that tyre is.
Do we have scales? We do have scales in the merch room. Should we go and weigh
Not
it?
for that weight.
You think that's too heavy?
Yeah, that's really heavy. You need to weigh like yourself and then weigh yourself holding it.
Yep. We should do it one day. Let's bring some scales in and weigh.
It'd be kind of interesting because that is, it's all the padding and the fact that it's a 23-inch tyre. But that is massively heavy. I mean, you pick up one of the Cup 2s for the GT Black Series, and in comparison, that weighs nothing.
Oh man, it's like, yeah, it's a crazy difference.
So, do you mind throwing that up top?
Yeah.
You got it?
Bit of momentum, it should be fine.
Strongman Brad.
Exactly, or use your knee.
The things that you have to do at work. Mission success. Can stay up there for 3 or 4 months.
Work. And your gloves did get some use.
They did, it's true.
Albeit not by you.
Oh.
Also, then pick up one of these tyres.
Yeah, literally nothing.
16-inch.
Just random wheels and stuff. We'll work it out one day. We'll work it out one day. Whew, okay, right. Is that mission success for now? Pretty much.
Well, yes. I'm parking this or taking this.
I don't know. This might be about to be daily driver duty again. Now that it's all set up for it, kind of want to run around in it a bit longer.
Who has the key? You?
Nope.
No, I know who has the key.
The car has the key.
The car has the key.
Swallowed it. Lovely. Thank you. Nice. Purosangue.